Hello, everybody, on this busy Tuesday pre-show. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me. How's it going out there? We'll wait for people to come in. We got that Jake Roberts there on his business page, and also go see him on the Ghosts of Bacon. He just started out. He's doing a fantastic job. Fantastic. The Ghosts of Bacon. See you, hear you. Thank you, Judy. It's like when I get down to my studio, it's like starting up a 747 airplane. All these plugs and lights and monitors and switches and dials. It drives me crazy. It drives me really crazy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, how's everybody going? Hope everybody's having a fine day. Very sunny here where I'm at in the USA. Weather is breaking for at least 2 or 3 days in a row. Of course, I got to give my shout outs to my premier YouTube paid membership. I got to give the shout outs out to Tammy, Annette, Elizabeth, Michelle, the other Annette, Jazdia, Wayne, Starlene, Renee, and Judy and Barbara for their continued support of me and this channel. I thank you so much. I thank you so much. I hope everybody enjoyed Aaron's interview Saturday night. It was a blast. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Richie. On the Facebook side, thecarddeal.com on the YouTube side. Thanks for coming in. Starlene, how are you? Anthony's doing good. So we're all doing good tonight. Hello, Carl from Cape Breton. We'll give some people to come in. Should be a great show tonight. This is the pre-show. I used to call it Quick Quest 30. Hi, Linda. How are you? Hi, Annette. Aaron was fantastic. Oh, my God. The PMs I'm getting, the YouTube side is going crazy with her because don't forget, the YouTube side, everybody can see it. On the Facebook, our group is private. So there's no sharing. This is just for the members. But YouTube, that's for the world to see and share. They love it. Hello, Karen from North Carolina. Yeah, Anthony, Saturday night show was unbelievable. And we'll touch on a little bit that she replied on me about the direct pointation. Is that a word, pointation? I don't know. I come up with these things. To alignment to the new Ross. And I posted that the minute I got it together. Talked to Aaron, and I thought it was important. Hi, Brooke from New Jersey. Hi, Don from Reno. Hello, Karen from North Carolina. You guys have been fantastic. Fantastic. And don't forget, go to my friend's page, Ghost of Bacon. Give him a shout out. Jake Roberts, just starting out. I give him my support 100% or 100,000%. And if I can help him in any way, I'm always here for him. Hello, Daniel, my historian. Daniel, you're my quest historical master. You know that, don't you? Hi, Freddie from Louisiana. Hello, Julianne from Massachusetts. And Daniel Spino. You got a lot of people following you. So, like we said, guys, when Daniel gets his thing on the wrap up, he told me he'll come on live because a lot of you guys read his post, almost 20,000 members read Daniel's posts, and I appreciate him posting to my channel or wherever he's posting. And once he ties it all up, would you guys love to see him come on live with me? Yup, Bill. I even told the guy who runs that. I mean, I get confused fast. I mean, Aaron didn't confuse me, but when you start putting 1,000 lines every which way, upside down and everything, this old guy gets confused real fast. So I like to keep it simple, really low tech. So because if I don't understand it, most of you tech guys know what goes on, but then I just get lost in the shuffle. Yup, and yes on Daniel. Yes on Daniel. We'll force him to come in. I love his post. He doesn't hit just on one area, like one master Templar theory. No, he gives us the whole gambit of what went on centuries ago, and the history and the pictures and direct. So if you keep on reading his comments, you will get a wealth of knowledge from everything, not just one specific area. And that's what I like about him so much, Daniel. Yup, and that. And then this Saturday, I'm going to really dive in after Judy does her synopsis of tonight's show. And we go over the show's screenshots and discuss the show. I am going foot first, 60 foot deep into the eye of the swamp. Okay, guys? That's where we're going Saturday night after Judy's synopsis, talking about tonight's show with screenshots. But then our master format is going to be not going down a 460-foot cobble road, but we're going to get serious and dive into the eye of the swamp. You guys ready for that Saturday night? Hi, Steve from Quebec. Hi, Tammy. Tammy, Judy. Yup, Starlene, he has the broad spectrum of history. I love that statement. Very good. Very, very good. And also, you guys, don't forget, Renee's got that page up in my group for any kind of stuff that you make or inspired by Oak Island. We're getting some great cakes, cookies, Legos from Shane. Tanya is making Christmas decorations in red clay. We want it all. Renee's in charge of that solely. She picks out the photos. She edits it. I do nothing on there. I post my crazy toys. It's up to her to pick. Don't pick. It's all up to her. That's Renee's deal. Cindy says, sounds good. So, yep, we're going to the Eye of the Swamp this Saturday night coming because it's not really been talked about at all this year. They're just going down the cobblestone road. But you'd think they would touch a little bit on, since they're in the swamp and since they drained it, you would think they would look, number one, at the eye of the swamp. Number two, at Mercy Point. But they're fixated down to that southern eastern small paved way that they're going to put cofferdam on. We'll talk about this Saturday, but this is just a little preview. You got the Eye of the Swamp, you got the Mercy Point. Yes, they're going to put a cofferdam down on the southern lower part of the swamp. Cofferdam is to dig deeper, but since it's all dried up, why not take a look? But I'm not them, and these are the questions that will be out there Saturday night. Who knows, Judy? Who knows? It's going to smell bad Saturday night, Stu. It's going to smell bad here in the chat because we're going into the eye of the swamp. And don't forget, like I said, with Renee, you got anything, any artists out there, anything to put out there. We can't wait for your interpretations inspired by the Fellowship of the Dig. And always, let's keep our comments and observations positive and respectful. And don't forget, it's against the rules to try to sell anything in my group. We're just here to share and enjoy the diversity of knowledge and its expression. And of course, to exchange ideas with each other. This is what my group's about. Cakes, cookies, theories, seriousness, but not really high-tech seriousness. I'm mostly more fan-based group, but we do get serious at times, and we find out at times. John Israel. Hello, Jason from Tennessee. Is it normal to have that much dirt over the road that old? If so, why? I guess Dr. Spooner said there was 20 inches of muck on the cobblestone. But don't forget, with no road in front of the swamp, you had the tide come in and out, in and out. So that's what that was. Some people say when they dug the tunnels out, they threw the dirt on the cobblestone. I have no idea. Yep. Bill, Shane does a great job on the Legos. I'm still trying to get a detailed grade all for Billy, not a toy grade all. But you got to give me A for effort. I'm trying, right? I just want to inspire you guys. If I put that stuff out there, I inspire you guys to put that stuff out there. Don't forget, at the end of my show, believe in your dreams. I said, well, I'm going to make these toys and represent what Oak Island is, not through pictures and photos at a time, just something different, some new ideas. That's what my group's about, something different. I'm always flexible. You have to be flexible. You have to be different. We are not a cookie cutter group. We pave the way, and then people follow us. How's that sound? Daniel Spino, my belief, it was deliberately covered up. Hi, Raynar. How are you? How's everything going in the UK? Hi, Barbara. But Daniel, the water level was 6 foot below the stone road. You believe they covered it up, and then when the swamp came in and the sea level raised, they got the muck. I hear you. I hear you. Very strange. I still think it's not a road, but a foundation for a wharf. But that's just my own opinion. You got one wharf on one side, and you got the big paved area on the center top to offload or load something. I don't know if it was a road to haul gold, blue clay. I have no idea. You know, a 460-foot pathway. I guess it's like us making sidewalks around a marshy area, but I guess it was on dry land long ago. Hi, John William. Doing a pre-show here. Pre-show. And then Mattis says, interesting how the secret of Oak Island was known for centuries and now maybe will help reunite all people, if you ask me. Yeah. And there's my man, Jake Roberts. This Tuesday is getting crazy pre-show. Don't forget, Jake Roberts, you go to his Ghost of Bacon. Go see him. Go listen to him. He's my man. And Jake, if I can help you out in any way, you know how, just reach out to me. And in that foundation for a wharf makes sense with the foundations they are finding so close to the paved area. The paved area, I'm saying, in that is the foundation. You know what I mean? I'm saying both paved areas Not the pathway, not the 460-foot long pathway going which way, I don't know. I'm saying if they had that as a deep wharf, and Dr. Spooner says it was made in 1220, to do what? I have no idea. To haul what? I have no idea. But let me see here. We're getting the dates from the pathway. And found a fire pit in the pathway. So some people are PMing me, well, I'm tired of seeing cobblestones. And before that, John, I'm tired of seeing wood chips. But people, remember, everything ties in together. Dates. I read you my whole sheet of dates. How would you get these dates without doing all this searching? And of course, in a short COVID season, they wanted to concentrate on the drill program, not the big dig this year, and the stone pathway. Like I said again, and I repeat myself, there's a lot of things going on yet for seasons to come. We got the McGinnis Foundation. We have Smith's Cove. We have the Behringer survey, which they just started drilling towards the end of the season. Who knows what they'll find there? Yes, Daniel, it's a huge puzzle. Barbara, no, I can't. I've reached out to all cast members, every one of them, but he seems not to want to be here, but that's his choice. I ask, and that's all I do. But it's a whole big puzzle here. Big puzzle, Daniel, big. Alrighty, let me bring up some pictures now. Hold on, guys. All right, this is the first picture. Doug Carmel said, this was found in the swamp. Can you guys see this picture of this leather thing or whatever it is? Yes, Slickster on YouTube. They'll start filming soon, right? Yup, Chris, I wish they would find some kind of bones and stuff, but not yet. Thanks for coming in, Chris. They said they've had this or found this in the swamp. Hi, Peter. 50 years ago. Now, let me repeat that. They said they found this item, which Carmen says is some kind of weapon cover or something, and it's old on the preview. Hi, Tom Burns. They said they found this 50 years ago in the swamp. Okay, why are we seeing it now in 2020? 50 years ago, they found this. Where are they finding this stuff? You know what I mean, guys? Jake Roberts, a melted cannon tail end. I have no idea on ammunition or cannons or guns or anything like that. So whatever you guys think, throw it up there. Barbara Perry, thank you. Who found it? Not sure. That's all we got is the preview. And he said this was found 50 years ago in the swamp. Well, if Dan Blankenship didn't own part of the swamp, it had to be Fred Nolan. And maybe Tom Nolan is letting some things loose out of the tool shed. What do you think, guys? Yes, Raynar. I'm going to talk about that, Raynar, Saturday night. Be here Saturday night with me. It's going to be all about the eye of the swamp. And Brooke, maybe it was part of the melted ship found by Fred. I have no idea what this thing is. Only going by a preview that Carmen said it was something to do with some kind of weapon or something. I don't know. Yep, Tom. I used to say that if I had an area and the swamp was there, all my junk would go in there. Thank you guys on the YouTube side. And I'm pretty sure that's how they keep the show going. Yep, we got to think of the show side also. And I'm pretty sure a rumor has it that Rick is up at the island. They already know what they had to go through last year. And these guys are smart. So I'm pretty sure most of them are up there, not waiting like last year. And just the guys like Steve and Doug and the rest of them and sending them photographs over the telephone and computer. I'm pretty sure they're up there already, April 1st. That's my own opinion. I'd heard rumors that Rick was there or was seen up there, but I have no proof. Last year I had a photo of Rick in the boat, but this year I have no definite proof, but I'm pretty sure they're up there. Wanda Walker. Looks like a hinge. No, it's some kind of leather thing. Jason, we're very lucky the big dig was postponed. These tiny finds help record our activity. Yeah, Jason. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's all pertinent. All pertinent. No matter how little. And you guys got to remember about this season was delayed 2 months. Tammy Williams on the YouTube side. I think Fred Nolan had found something. As we all know, they do not disclose anything to anyone, but he had to find something. Tammy, in his tool shed, has to be something. Oh, boy. So that's what I was wondering if what they said on the show preview that this was found 50 years ago. Well, why are you finding things 50 years late? The only thing I came up with was that Fred Nolan's son, Tom Nolan, is letting some stuff go. You know what I mean? Can you guys hear me out there? And especially, Jason, the expense of the big dig. What about if they really honed in and got it down to like a 10-foot area? If they want to try one more caisson, like a 12-foot caisson or a 15-foot caisson in that direct spot through this drill pattern. I don't know. Because opening up that big dig is going to cost about $25 million. Okay, let's go to the next picture. So tonight, we'll get some kind of answers on different things. And then Gary said it looked like a grate to some kind of grill. This came off the 460-foot long pathway. Now, don't forget, I'm talking about a 460-foot pathway. I'm not talking about the paved area. There's there's a big paved area. There's a small paved area. This is what I'm talking about is the pathway. Yep, Jason. They're closer to pinpointing going to the west towards C1, but the season closed up on them, and they wanted to try to do some of those hot points in the Behringer survey. But I still don't understand why they want to coffer dam up the lower east part of the swamp when on top we have Mercy Point in the eye of the swamp. But that's just me saying it, so my word means nothing. And Tom Burns, amazing, 460 feet, and that's what shows up. Yep, a fire pit, some pottery, and one road's going towards Fred Nolan's garage, and the other pit and the other pathway has to make a quick 90-degree turn to go through lot 15 to the money pit. So I hear you guys pain that we've been on the cobblestone road for weeks, but you got to listen to the information in between, like throughout the war room and with the dates. Yup, Jason, a shut off, a back door, the hatch. That's all ongoing. Would you dig something that deep without a hatch, without a back door? And I'm saying the only way they would bury something that deep with no back door or no hatch and no way to come back and retrieve it is it's something that's buried there that should be not found, buried for life. Jenny, Mercy Point is part of the Tree of Life, Jenny. I'm going to get Peter Emerson on if I can get him on. He's been saying this stuff for years and he's been repeating himself for years. So it's kind of hard to ask somebody to come on when he's been through that for years and years and years, but we'll see what goes on. Yup, Jake, you got that right. And this is what they call a ship's rail. I personally looked up ship's rail and I don't know what I was looking at. Yup, Tom. I have no idea about ventilation. I'm just stumped on that. But this ship's rail, I guess that's what they're calling it. I'm still looking for the plumb bob, if that was a plumb bob. But some things we just won't hear about, and some things we do hear about. Hi, Steve Arnold. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for coming in. The question was so important that they went to search measure to cover it all up. And where are any of the artifacts? No. Very clean area, like I asked Aaron. But she said, well, maybe they weren't there long enough. Holy crap, how fast can you dig a tunnel and all these tunnels? It's got to take 6 months to a year. And then some people say, well, they went back on the boat and lived on the boat and shuttled back and forth. They dug the tunnels and came on the boat. Nobody dropped anything. Nobody made anything. Nobody did anything. But then you got searchers now for 225 years plus that have picked up stuff, have metal detected, have cleaned some of the island up, besides us in 2021 or 2020. Yes, Slick Manser. I always take screenshots of the preview so we can go over. Brooke, what gets me is even if the treasure was dug up hundreds of years ago over the island, there should be some leftover pieces here and there really aren't. Plus, there aren't finding any treasures at all in the money pit area. So strange. Brooke, it's still buried. Whatever's there, in my opinion, has not been taken out. It's something that's there that should be there for a lifetime. Some do, Jenny. I saw Jack with a metal detector. And Jamie, they found coconut fiber in the money pit, so they shouldn't have come from Smith's Cove. And why didn't they go back there this year? Because of the constraints, they're only doing a drilling program that you see on TV now at the money pit. And Anthony, they may have to make air shafts for the tunnels. You know, like they said, they went down 10 feet or whatever, up. There was a vent shaft, there was a cave shaft. They lit a fire to draw in the oxygen, all types of things going on. So, yes, Mitchell, they knew the stone pathways were there in 1795. My good friend Daniel Spino, I saw it years ago and we printed it out. We'd have to go back on that, but they knew back in 1795 that there were stone pathways in the swamp. And if you see my guest appearance with Dr. Spooner and Steve Guptill, if I know that, they know that, and they agree. So they knew it in 1795. It was there. So this thing goes way back, 1400s, 1400s, because they never searched it. They never did an archaeological survey on it or prepped on that. They're doing it now. Tammy's calling him Professor Spino. Hi, Wayne. How's it going? But guys, they knew the paved ways were there, the road was there, or foundation, or whatever you want to call it, in 1795. So if they knew it was there in 1795, just figure how long it has been there. Yup, Tammy, doesn't he? He's fantastic. He's our quest historian master. I knighted him our quest historian master. He might not like that title, but that's what I gave him. Tom Burns, one thing of the big concern around major products would be to shut down, and that would happen if Copen numbers spike, and shutting down will be a huge expense. Yup, Tom. I've heard, like from you and Judy, that things are getting about the same as last year right now. But if it gets down to shutdowns, well, the men are up there already, and they'll just do what they have to do. You know what I mean? They'll just have to do what they have to do. I think that's why they're up there already. If it does get worse and they shut off the border or whatever they do up there, they're there to be part of the team. Bill Kennedy, they keep on saying the roadway splits and heads to the money pit. For what I see, it runs parallel to the edge of the swamp and it goes uphill. It isn't anywhere near the money pit. Yes, William, you got that right. I got some pictures to come up. Okay, that was the ship rail. And there's our man Steve with the scepter. I got to give him a shout out because I was a surveyor at one time. And at the end of the promote, he said, well, we found our burnt ship in the swamp. It didn't say, Levon, if it was buried or visible in 1795. They just knew it was there. I'll have to pull up the paper I have on it. Scott, things are getting better in Nova Scotia. The Atlantic bubble is opening up. Hopefully the next season will be effective. The next season is like now, April. We're in it. We're in it. And here's this leather piece they found 50 years ago that they showed Carmen, that he said it's some kind of gun cover or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. You'll have to watch tonight. And there's another picture of it that they found 50 years ago, just to show you guys what's going on. And we're back to that picture. All right, ready? Right, Brooke. We don't know if they're officially filming. We don't know if there's an official season. They don't tell us till later on, way late. They let us wait. Yep, Judy put that out there. COVID going up in Ontario. She's in full lockdown. So cross your fingers, guys. Cross your fingers. Okay, this is what I posted earlier this morning from Erin about how everything's connected. She extended a line, and that's where it hit bingo. Jeannie, they seem to be stopping at 23 episodes the last 2 years, and tonight's episode 21. But we don't know. The last 2 seasons, they stopped at 23 episodes, but we don't know. Okay, thank you, Sydney. Thank you. Maybe they're up there in their 14-day quarantine. Alrighty, let me show you this here. How she got this extended line to New Ross. She went from the West Anchor to Cone B to the headstone to Cone C. And that went directly to New Ross. Yep, Tom, that's what I thought. They're in isolation off the island right now. Yep. Eddie, every episode is interesting. Yeah. Yeah. But where am I here? Yep. Just unbelievable how these lines are drawn. And it hits New Ross. What do you think of that, guys? There it is. Ain't that unbelievable? What's the possibilities of that? Hi, David. How are you? Daniel, precise and deliberate. What's the relationship to New Ross? This is what we have to find out. This is fresh off the press. The accuracy of hitting New Ross. What's the significance? That's what we have to find out. That's what we have to find out. But there it is. A perfect 332-degree line from West Anchor runs through the headstone, Cone C, and heads straight for New Ross with unbelievable accuracy. Yup, Jamie. It'll keep on going. Yup, David. There's a lot hidden on the island. I hear you. I hear you. But all these things are precise. All these things measure up. All the boulders around the cross are exact. Just too many things, too many things going on. They had a plan to do something, was accomplished, and now we're trying to unveil, to the best of their knowledge, what was going on. It's just unbelievable. We're going into season 8, ending. This is 8 years. And they still got me going crazy. Like I said, Saturday night, Judy will be on doing the synopsis. We'll talk about tonight's show, some screenshots of trying to discuss what's going on. And we'll go from there. And I want to concentrate on any information and all information I've been pulling out for the eye of the swamp because I think it's very important. So if anybody wants to call in and talk to me for a little bit, and then we'll button it up tonight. Don't forget, people, to go to my YouTube channel. I have a paid channel. Memberships get a lot of perks. The first one starts out at 75 cents a week to be a Knight Quest of Oak Island soldier, Templar soldier. And you have perks that are on there for you guys to read. It's not for everybody, but it helps support my channel somewhat, not really, and support me. Do you believe the caster was found from sandball error? Jim, they looked awful new to me. They say, of course, they got to tie it into a mining cart. But I don't know. Like I said before, if I had a swamp and I lived there, that would be my junk hole. Everything would go in the swamp. Yep, Tom. Anything shallow was moved like people like Ball, perhaps even off the island. Yeah. And Jenny, that's all on YouTube. You can see the whole presentation on YouTube. She's a real smart woman. They should have her on almost on a regular basis, working with Steve and dissecting all this information. That's what she does. And I think that's what we need on the show. So if you guys out there from the show that I don't know are in my group, get Erin back on, make her part of the team, her and Steve. It would be fantastic. Yep, Michael. A marlin spike and the knob was part of it. I just submitted an image. Yeah, I'll get to that after. It's very hard for me on my own to do this big ship here and answer messages and approve posts. So we get them. I'll get to them after I go live. And then we got to get going on the show tonight. Yes, Renee, I think so. I think she has to be part of the fellowship. Definitely. So if those guys are hearing me, get her on there. The members love her. The public loves her. We understand her. And she breaks down things to the minute. That's what we need. People to understand what they have. You can have 30 books of information. What does it mean if you don't understand it and can't break it down? If she has the information and the maps, she breaks it right down to the point. That's what you want. You just don't want 100 maps of everybody's treasure maps and piles of this and piles of that with no explanation. Well, it's over here. Well, it's over there. Well, she can pinpoint locations. That's what we want. Yup, Kathy from Long Island. How are you? Will, we don't know yet. I mean, the season was short. The casings or the pilars probably wait for this year on the bottom of the swamp. Just too much going on this year, plus more permits. And who knows? Like I said, we're down the 460-foot path. I also want to show this. This cake was made by Jennifer Hughes. Unbelievable. For her husband's birthday. I wish her husband a belated birthday. But this is the stuff we like. Anything like this is fantastic. You know? And we like Shane's Legos. We like that stuff. And of course, Renee Tuttle takes care of all that, like I said earlier. But this is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. Scott, the Nolan Cross stones are sitting on the surface, but paved roadways were buried. Go figure. Yep. 10-ton boulders, I guess, are hard to cover up if it's not in a swamp. If you're doing anything in a low-lying area, swamp marsh, and there's no road in front of the swamp, you know that's going to be covered after a while. Or if they covered it on purpose, you know, they knew when the tide came in and the tide came out, that would be a muck. See what I'm saying? But this cake is unbelievable. The talent. And look at me, what I put up, like I'm saying. I want everybody to try to do something. Post it, and it'll be great. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Then I'm going to post one more picture. Somebody asked me about the and there's the pathways. We'll go through the pathways. It's going up to the side of the swamp, and up to the left is the eye. And they're saying if it goes to the right, it goes to the money pit lot 15. But we know now the path is going towards Fred Nolan's driveway. And there's another shot, an animation of the pathway. But that pathway looks pretty sparse as far as cobblestones. If you looked at it, yep, Scott. I'm sure back then when they were figuring the normal sea levels would rise 6 feet. No, they buried it on purpose for some kind of reason that I have no idea. And Tammy says, I'm telling you, something has to be buried under his shed. I have no idea. I mean, Tom Nolan has to give him access to everything he has. We're just finding things from Dan Blankenship's file cabinet. And he was a partner with these guys for 10, 12 years. You know what I'm saying? And here's something I made up. Lot 15, money put to the right, going straight to the eye or Nolan's Cross. And on the bottom is the swamp. Yep, Tammy. Yep. It's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Well, guys, nobody wants to talk to me, so I'm taking the phone off. And that's all right. We got the show tonight. Don't forget to join Jake Roberts, Ghosts of Bacon. The more information you get, the better we are. Don't forget Saturday night, Judy, you'll be with me saying her synopsis of tonight's show. I'll be doing some screenshots of the most important parts of the show and going over it like we did. And also, we'll be talking about the eye of the swamp. So if people want to get information and converse with me, the phone lines will be open. And we'll get all into the eye of the swamp because I think that needs to be talked about. Thanks a lot for coming in. And don't forget, always go forward. You may get a setback, but no matter what happens in your life, you go forward. One step at a time, one step at a time. Believe in your dreams, no matter how old you are. Go for it. Doesn't matter how old you are. Be safe. If you can't be mentally tough, do the best you can. If you got to get help, there's all kinds of help out there. So good night, everybody. We'll see you Saturday night. Enjoy the show tonight and give Jake Roberts a look at or a join up on his Ghost of Bacon. And we'll see you then, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I thank you and good night.